Hi, folks. That right there is the sweetest little thing you ever seen. His name is Billy Jack, better known as BJ. He's my little studio buddy, and he's in here the whole time I'm in here. He follows me around the house or the yard or everywhere I'm at. Everywhere I go, he will not leave my side. The best friend a man can have. Here, I'm starting a painting. My brother come down from Houston last week and took his RV and parked it at Lake Whitney down by, it's not too far from Waco, Texas. And I went down to visit him, and on my way down, I went down this country road out of a little town called Itasca. And on this country road, I passed this barn that man, it looked like my grandpa's old barn. That I used to play and work in as a child in the 50s. I'm 78 years old, and I was about 8 or 10 years old. And I helped Grandpa milk. He had 2 old Jersey cows, milk cows. And he'd milk, and my job was to take the milk and put it in a separator and separate the cream from the milk. And then my job was to wash the bottles and sterilize them. He had this metal trough that he'd build a fire underneath and get the water boiling, and we'd wash those bottles out. They were glass bottles back then. They didn't have plastic back then. And my job was to fill the bottles with the milk, and he had this little machine, a hand crank machine up on the wall, and he put these paper stoppers in there, and then you put the bottle up underneath there and pull this handle down, and it would put a paper stopper in the top of the bottle to seal the milk off. And then he'd take and deliver. He had a milk route that he'd go and deliver around the neighborhood, this milk, and I'd go with him and drop off the milk at people's front doors and knock on the door, and we'd go to the next one. And this old barn that I'm going to paint here, it just reminds me so much of my grandpa's old barn. And Grandpa was an old man. He died when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I guess. He was 97 years old. And he worked up until he died. He did that up until he died, and he didn't die of a heart attack or anything. He died of asthma. He suffocated from asthma. But he fought that the whole time that I knew, the whole time I remember, and I just loved being with Grandpa because he had explained to me about all the tools and everything that he had hanging inside that old barn. Had ox yoke in there, and told me how they used it to hook up the oxen and plow the fields with it and pull an ox cart, and it was just an amazing thing. It was just an amazing thing for me as a child. I loved my grandpa, and he was good about explaining how farm worked. And that was in about 1955, 56, right in there. The sky was just beautiful, colorful, unusually beautiful. And actually, it was a early morning sunrise, and there were cattle in the field, in the pasture there, and I'm going to paint in a few of those cattle, the barn, and there was an old windmill in the back in there. And so I'm just going to be quiet and you guys watch how I apply these acrylics. I'm basically an acrylic painter. I paint with oils, but I prefer acrylics. And watch how I apply, actually how easy it is to do this. Just get some paint on, and don't try and be too meticulous with it. Just smear it on, and it'll do itself. It'll see right here how I smear some paint on, move it around with my finger, and you start getting these puffy clouds. And then as we go along, you'll see how I refine those and get them to look more and more distinct. And I'll put in more shadows, more darks, and it's just a beautiful thing. I love putting these beautiful, beautiful, natural. They don't look natural in a painting, but in real life, it's pretty close to what it is in real life. Yeah, it's not an exaggeration at all. So, hey, y'all sitting here and watching. Hey, y'all subscribe to Max Studio and give me a shout out. Send me a text. Say hi. Do you like? Do you hate? Or is it lousy? Or is it good? So you're not going to offend me. So y'all please subscribe and let me know. And I'm just going to put in a little music here, and you guys watch how I apply lights and darks and how I move this paint around, and it's really simple. All you got to do is just do it. So y'all watch, and I'll paint. Well, everyone, that just about wraps this little painting up. It was a lot of fun, and it, like I said, the old barn. It's when I look at it, it's a reminder of my childhood, and I just love it. And we got a few little things I'll do to it to critique it just a little bit, but it won't be a whole lot. And I'll straighten up the cattle just a little bit, but. Anyway, you guys can, you got an idea of what this painting is going to be, and it's pretty close. So, you guys please subscribe, tell a friend about it, tell them to come, and if you want to learn how to paint with acrylics, just come along and watch some of my tutorials on how to, because acrylics are a little different from oils, and I paint with oils, but I prefer acrylics. Well, here's the image. Y'all come by and say hi, tell a friend, please subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.